Today, we're tackling one of the most fiercely contested rivalries in modern tech, the ultimate smartphone showdown between Samsung and Apple. We're going to lay out the hard facts, completely impartial, diving straight into what the source material actually reveals about these two absolute titans. Because, let's be real, with so many amazing, flashy devices hitting the market every single year, deciding between these two giant ecosystems, it can be totally overwhelming. There is just so much noise out there. But today, we are cutting right through all of that to help you figure out the absolute best phone for your specific everyday needs. Okay, let's dive into this. We'll start with the physical showdown, move right into power, cameras and battery, then we'll look at the software differences, explore the ecosystem factor, and finally wrap the whole shebang up with price and our final verdict. So, round one, the physical showdown, design and display. Right off the bat, Samsung's strategy is all about vibrant variety. They cast a massive net offering literally everything from highly accessible budget phones to those super cutting-edge premium folding devices. It's wild. Apple, on the other hand, plays a completely different game. They focus strictly on premium design from the get-go, enforcing this really reliable, uniform consistency across their entire iPhone lineup. Moving right along to round two, power, cameras, and battery, what's under the hood? Well, both of these companies produce absolute heavyweights, for sure. But they apply that power very differently. Samsung's flagship Galaxy phones boast massive raw power aimed directly at elite multitasking. They leverage features like split screen and Samsung DeX to let you run multiple apps simultaneously without breaking a sweat. Apple, conversely, relies on their own custom silicon chips, and this ensures incredibly smooth performance and, honestly, unmatched long-term software support. Next up, the cameras. Samsung leans hard into jaw-dropping hardware. We're talking high-resolution sensors, extreme zoom capabilities, and computational processing that gives photos this signature, vibrant pop. Apple iPhones, meanwhile, are highly regarded for color accuracy, really natural-looking photos, and outstanding video recording. In fact, if you create content for YouTube or TikTok, Apple's video stability is widely considered the gold standard in the industry. But hey, none of those fancy features matter if your phone is dead, right? Samsung tackles battery life with sheer physical capacity and super fast charging options, like getting you back to 100% in an absolute flash. Apple, though, takes the software route. Because they design both the custom hardware and the iOS software, their battery optimization is ruthlessly efficient. That allows the device to easily last a full day without actually needing the largest physical battery on the market. All right, round three, software, Android versus iOS. The user experience. The operating system is arguably the single most divisive factor for smartphone users today, and this brilliantly illustrates a massive core philosophical difference between the two. Samsung utilizes Android, an operating system built top to bottom around flexibility. It gives users a vast array of customization options and a ton of unique features. It's basically a tinkerer's dream. Apple uses iOS, prioritizing a philosophy where, well, things just work. It is an experience to be simple, incredibly smooth, and highly secure right out of the box. Actually, to really understand just how deep Samsung's customization goes, you just have to look at launchers. Rather than being locked into one fixed grid, you can completely overhaul your home screen's layout, gestures, and even icon packs. You essentially become the designer of your own interface. Apple strictly avoids this, prioritizing a uniform, totally predictable experience for every single user. Up next, round four. The ecosystem factor, beyond the phone. You hear tech reviewers throw the word ecosystem around constantly, but what does it actually mean? Well, it's the invisible glue connecting a family of devices from the same brand. It's not just about owning a phone and a smartwatch. It's about how effortlessly your hardware talks to each other behind the scenes to create a really seamless, unified experience. Apple is the undisputed pioneer of this. If you own an iPad, a MacBook, or an Apple Watch, the iPhone acts as the master key. You can literally copy text on your phone and instantly paste it on your Mac using Universal Clipboard. It's this tightly locked-in, frictionless experience that makes leaving the Apple ecosystem very, very difficult for everyday users. But don't count Samsung out, because they have truly closed that gap. Through devices like Galaxy tablets, watches, and earbuds, they've built a highly connected hardware network of their own. Features like Quick Share allow seamless file transfers between devices, ensuring that if you invest heavily in a Samsung brand, your tech plays perfectly together without missing a single beat. And that brings us to our final round, price and final verdict, making your choice. Look, for many of us, the ultimate deciding factor is the price tag. Samsung makes it incredibly easy to find a phone that fits your exact budget because they offer hardware in almost every price category. You get everything from highly affordable entry-level models to those ultra-premium folding phones we mentioned earlier. Apple generally focuses their energy strictly on the premium device market. However, and this is a big however, iPhones are famous for their value retention. That means older models continue to provide excellent performance and software support for years, making them a really great option if you are shopping on a budget. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it boils everything down. It all synthesizes into this perfect buyer's matrix. If you prioritize user experience, flexibility, a wide range of hardware choices, and you need excellent value options across different budgets, Samsung is absolutely your winner. It's built for customizers. But if you value a simple, highly secure interface, long-term software support, seamless device integration, and best-in-class video creation tools, Apple is for sure the clear choice. Ultimately, looking at all this source material, one thing is abundantly clear. Both of these giants make fantastic technology, and there is no universal, objective winner here. The absolute best choice depends entirely on your budget, your aesthetic preferences, and the specific ways you actually use your device every single day. So, I'll leave you with this question to ponder. Which team are you on? Take a close look at your daily habits and decide which philosophy just fits your life better. If this explainer helped clear up the great smartphone showdown, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and definitely sound off in the comments below with your personal choice. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.